plot reasons. It's always the plot reasons. Nah, I'm just messing with ya. So I did a little bit of theorizing, and disclaimer: this isn't a what if. This is just more like a discussion. I might not be right. They might be, like in the future. They might like retcon a few things. They might actually give a reason why he actually did this. But like while I was theorizing, I came up with actually a good reason. So we'll be discussing why didn't Trunks revive all the Z fighters. So a lot of people found like I cannot be the only one that thought it was weird that when Trunks came back, he didn't go find Namek, resurrect all of his friends, and boom, they're all back. All the Z fighters are back. However, so so in the games, they do end up resurrecting the Z fighters. Like there's a PSP game called Dragonball Z Sin Budokai, where the Z fighters at time travel back to Trunks' times to help him with something, and then inevitably they end up going to Tende's home world, Namek. Then they make Tende the Guardian. Then Trunks' world saved. They bring back all the fighters of that timeline. So I'm gonna be talking about the canon timeline. So, like in Dragon Ball Super's Trunks timeline, he has still not yet resurrected all the DBZ fighters, and I'm like, why? So it's actually very simple and actually very logical why I didn't do this. So I'm gonna go back to the timeline where they were revived. So as if you remember correctly, during the Cell games, Goku decided to get a new Guardian of Earth so that they could use the Dragon Balls in case Cell destroyed too much people. So he was actually having a bit of trouble finding planet Namek. So in order to find Namek, he had to go to King Kai, an all-knowing being with telepathic ears that can allow him to see all over the universe. So it kind of makes sense that planet Namek is very hard to find. But then again, you could argue that why didn't Trunks communicate with King Kai? I know. We'll probably never get an answer to that. So, and even King Kai had a bit of trouble. So King Kai told Goku where Namek was. He teleported there, got Dende, teleported back, and boom, a new Guardian of Earth. And the thing with Trunks is that he doesn't have King Kai, nor does he have a way to get to King Kai. Like, you have to think about it. Like, if he dies, he can't come back. Like, unless he gets in contact with Fortune Balba, who we don't even know if survived in his timeline. Like he basically, like, he might be able to contact King Kai, then King Kai could give him all coordinates. Yeah. So he actually has no way of reaching King Kai. He has no way of getting to Namek, cause you need to remember that when Namek was remade, it was essentially replaced. It was made somewhere else. They couldn't find a place, which actually really didn't make sense because they were able to give. Because Earth, I think, remained in the same place, but yeah. So that's the real reason. The real reason for Trunks not going back was just simply because they couldn't find Namek, and the only reason he was able to find Namek was because he had the help of King Kai. He had instant transmission, and that there is the real reason he didn't go to Namek. Like back when I was a child, I always thought it was like some sort of psychological thing to like never resurrect all the Z fighters back. But now, looking back, it was just very logical for him to not do it, cause no instant transmission, no all-seeing King Kai. So guys, that's actually like that has to be one of the definite answers and definite reasons as to why he never resurrected him back. I'm Rapid Fast. I'm Fast and Flash, and 1 plus 1 is 22.